All right, so in this video, I'm going to discuss the passport or citizenship with the best due diligence for you. I'm going to explain why. And the beauty of this citizenship is that in as early as 21 days to 90 days, you can obtain this citizenship. And there's going to be a superb deal for you guys watching regarding this citizenship. It's going to be in the second half, so make sure you watch that. But in the first half, I'm going to discuss the major advantages of this citizenship and also why the due diligence is the best. This is the #1 CBI program in the world, in my opinion, and none of what I'm saying is immigration or legal advice. It's my personal opinion based on my own experience and analysis. Now, the citizenship that has the best due diligence in the world is the Vanuatu citizenship. And think about it this way. So if you're talking about the IRS in the US or CRA in Canada, ATO in Australia, or the SAT in Mexico, are they supposed to be the best if they come and audit you? Is that the reason why they're the best? So the same logic applies to a citizenship due diligence as well. One of the worst due diligence procedures is the one that takes the longest. It has a bad reputation of taking way too long. So anything that takes too long is not a good thing from a due diligence perspective for you, right? So 1 year, 1.5 years, some of the tainted ones, right? The ones that now have doubled up in price, they take more than a year. It's absolute BS. That is not what you should be paying for. Instead of wasting your money and the time, you might as well just spend a couple of years and get the citizenship from a powerful natural country anyway. So wasting your money over programs that take way too long is an absolute nightmare type of a due diligence. The second thing is these countries keep sharing your information. Some of them at least share your information with the embassies of your home country. So there's pure lack of privacy. Now, this is not a good due diligence for you. It's a good due diligence for them, external home country governments, but that's where this is not a plan B. It's basically busting your plan B. Even if you had some privacy or some plans that you have kept secret, in a legal way, you're going to go and bust all of those plans because you're going to take all of that information. These guys are going to ask you every single thing. You're going to think that you're becoming a dual citizen, a proud dual citizen of some third country, but the third country is taking your information and passing it along to unwanted entities, third parties. So privacy is busted. In my opinion, that is not a good due diligence for your purposes. The third major disadvantage with some of those is that they're going to interview you and pass on your information based on the expectations of the EU or let's say the Western countries. So essentially, they're being controlled to some extent by Western entities, and that's part of their due diligence, which they are going to conduct on you. This is pure lack of privacy. This is foreign interference. So how can this due diligence or any of this activity be acceptable form of due diligence for the people watching? Now let's discuss the positive, right? Let's not discuss the negative. Let's discuss Vanuatu and its due diligence. This is beautiful because they have absolute privacy, which works in your favor. The whole concept or objective of a plan B is security and privacy. That's why it's a plan B. So if they're going to keep your information secure legally, it's their own nation. They can decide what they want to do. They have shown strength. They have shown character. They have shown privacy. They have shown commitment towards a true plan B for their clients. So it really depends upon what you're getting this for. I would not get this for travel purposes too much. Of course, I would get this for Latin travel if that's the objective. And I think that's fair enough, right? They give you Hong Kong, Malaysia, Macau, Singapore. So they give you the financial hubs in Asia. They give you a lot of Latin access. Primarily, I think two of the major advantages here is Panama and Peru. They cover both. The Vanuatu passport covers both. So you have unique advantages in Asia and Latin America where this can be effectively utilized. Now, the processing times. Normally, those other applications, Turkey can take a year, 2 years, 3 years in some extreme cases. The Caribbean ones can take year and a half, 2 years in some cases, and everything then goes beyond that, right? Malta takes a couple of years in some cases. So Vanuatu is super fast. It's lightning fast. So due diligence should happen quickly. You're paying so much money, so the citizenship should happen quickly. The third major benefit is that this is the cheapest program anyways to begin with. So the upfront capital is 155K on the cheapest program. And on top of that, they're going to return, right? They hopefully return 50K with interest income. Certain programs give you a higher return, but the stable one gives you a 2% return. So you're going to get 50K back, and let's say it's a family of four. So you're averaging this to somewhere around 25K per passport. This is not a bad deal for you and your family. The fourth major advantage with this is that's a zero tax country. Now, does this mean that you can suddenly get the citizenship and start paying zero taxes? No, you obviously have to work with a tax professional. What you got to do is legally trigger tax residency in Vanuatu, right? So you have to do some minimum physical presence. Your home country should be satisfied that you're away enough, right? You should satisfy their rules. And as long as you're in compliance with the two, which you can strike very easily, and then rest of the time you can be floating around, do your digital nomad thing or expat thing in other countries, and then you're legally structuring your tax residency for zero taxes. And that way, this is lifetime beneficial to you if you're going to have that global presence anyways. The fifth major advantage is that this is a real country where you can go to beautiful beaches, beautiful country, nice people, a safe country. So it's a perfect getaway. It's a perfect plan B in case of dire strait emergency, right? You're not going to effectively utilize your plan B for regular purposes. You're going to live in your plan A country. But if shit hits the fan, then you know where you are going to. It's a beautiful location to have an extended vacation with you and your family. Now, the magical part of all of this, right? The deal. Now, with us, we have the best discounts because we work with the best person that directly deals with the government. The deal over here is that our resource is the fastest. They are able to get this done the fastest because they have improved the procedures. The document collection is electric. They're well versed with a lot of home country requirements, so they can step by step guide you through that whole process. They can navigate through all the initial challenges. So your package is immediately created, let's say in 7 days. The Vanuatu does not ask you for apostilled documents. So that takes away the whole 1 month from that equation. It's much cheaper because you're not doing any apostilles, you're directly getting those reports. The police reports can be from the local state level. They don't have to be at the federal level. So this can be done online in 24 hours. The notary can be done literally in no time. The whole package can be created real quick. And then it's really the magic of the person who is working very closely with the government agency and directly working with the government agency. So we have more security as far as those funds being transmitted is concerned. And you're getting this even faster than going through those middle layers who don't know really what they're doing, relying on multiple layers. So avoid all of that nonsense. Here you have exclusive perks and discounts that are legally possible. We stretch to the best possible limits, and speed is the magic, right? So anyways, it's the fastest, right? There's a range from 21 days to 90 days, but our objective is to hit that 1 month mark, right? Even sooner if it is possible, doing it legally, carefully, properly, and correctly. So at any point in time, you want to get started with this citizenship or have questions, are looking for discounts, or looking to get this even faster than anyone else does, you can always click the link, book a call. We can have a quick chat and immediately get you started on this citizenship. This is also extremely beneficial for legal tagging. And when I say tagging, that's really getting your residencies, your core pillars in place. So forget the visa-free access. Now you are a dual citizen. After you go through this process, once you have the passport, then this is got to put to use, right? That's where you, anyways, for any of the residencies, you have to present some passport. The visa-free is irrelevant at this point in time. So you have this legal nationality. You're tagging all your careful residencies on this passport. So it's not a question of respect that you would show outside. You have a respectable residency that fits on this passport. Either it's in Asia, maybe it's in Malaysia, or let's say it's in Latin America, maybe it's a Peru, maybe it's Panama, maybe you're tagging a Panama travel passport and doing Peru anyway. So there's so many combinations that can fit well with this type of a fast citizenship, which has the best due diligence, which works in your favor. It does not backfire on you. It actually assists you with getting a citizenship. That's a true plan B. In my opinion, one of the worst plan Bs is Turkey because the rules change every single day. The whole real estate thing is a mess. So is Egypt, in my opinion. Again, this is not immigration advice. I'm not bad mouthing it. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think about these. Caribbeans, Some of them I'll absolutely run away from. I would not even think about them anymore. The only logical citizenship by investment that I really am fond of after having all the experience, right, with dealing with very successful people. After thinking over this again and again, my pure assessment is this is the best CBI passport, the best due diligence, which is a true plan B, which is in favor of its citizen. All right, now before you go, if you haven't subscribed, then make sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.